Welcome to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 20 excuses that people over 50 use to explain why their career stalled. And when I say the 20 excuses, I mean these are the 20 excuses that I've heard the most from the thousands and thousands of viewers who have commented on my videos here at Over 50 TV. So what I did is I took the excuses that I hear the most and took excuses that I know other folks have heard, put it all together, come up with the top 20, and I'm going to be telling you what they are. But I'm also going to do this. I'm going to tell you what the excuses are. I'm also going to tell you my response, my comment, my feelings on each one of those excuses. I'm going to make this as short as possible. There's 20 excuses. I'm going to get into it right after this break. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. As I said before the break, in this video, what I want to do is I'm just going to share with you the 20 excuses that people over 50 use to explain why their career stalled. And as I said, these are what I consider to be the top 20 excuses. I'm sure there's a lot more, but these are ones that I've heard the most. These are also excuses that I know other folks have heard. So I thought what I'd do is I'd share the excuses with you, and then I'm also, as I mentioned, I'm going to give you my response. Before I do all of that, though, I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by Career Fitter. If you follow this channel, you know I'm a big advocate for career aptitude tests. And the reason is because I think we all need an objective tool. Something that will help us to find that career that better fits our skills, our personality, and of course our interest. So yeah, I believe in career aptitude tests. Career Fitter, I've done a few, I should say more than a few reviews of career aptitude tests. I think Career Fitter's career aptitude test is among the very best. They got a free version, they've got a paid version. Take either one. You're not obligated to do either one. You're not obligated to take the paid one. Take the free one. Anything that can help you, anything that I can provide you that will help you, I'm going to do. So there's a link to the free Career Fitter career aptitude test in the description box of this video. Now let's get into the 20 excuses that people over 50 use to explain why their career stalled. First, let me give credit where credit is due. The excuses that I'm going to be giving you today, yes, they were excuses that many viewers, thousands of viewers, out of the over 1.5 million people who have watched my channel, thousands of viewers have used these excuses. But I want to give credit where credit's due. Napoleon Hill, in his book, Think and Grow Rich, a book he wrote in 1937, he lists many of these excuses that people make. So I find it fascinating, interesting, and even sad that decades ago, folks were still using these excuses and haven't been able to overcome their need, their feeling that they have to make an excuse. So let's start off my list with number one is if I had enough pull. How many times have I heard that? If I had enough pull, Lou, if I knew the right folks, if I knew the right people, if I had enough power, well, you know what, I could be or would be in a better position, but I'm not in that position because I didn't have enough pull. I've heard it many times, and all I can tell you is this. You will never have enough pull. You are the one. You're the person who has to decide what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and not depend on anyone else. If I only had time. Lots of folks, especially when we're over 50 years old, we're thinking, you know what, we're just so busy. We've got this busy life that we've built over time and we just don't have enough time. Well, you know what? You're never going to have enough time. You have to decide to do something and to get it done. You set a goal, you set a time, a date, a minute that you're going to get it done, and you do it. But this excuse, if I only had enough time, we never have enough time. Excuse number 3, if times were better. Well, yeah, we just got over COVID, Lou. We just got over COVID, and my company slowed down. Things are slow right now. Well, the economy stinks. We're waiting for this recession that's coming. Everybody's closing up, or they're shutting down, or what they're doing is they're just holding back on investing and they're not hiring any more people. So, yeah, if times are better, my career wouldn't have stalled. My career wouldn't be stalling. Well, you know what? Times are never going to be perfect. Times are never going to be better, and I'll put that in quotes. Times are what they are, and it's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to you to make the best use of your time and make the best use of the time. Number 5, if conditions around me were only different. Woe is me, poor me, the conditions just aren't right now. The conditions were never right, and that's why my career stalled. Conditions were never right. Well, my answer, my response to that is, once again, conditions are never going to be right. They're never going to be perfect. It is what we make of the conditions. There is so much opportunity. Even when conditions are not in our favor, or we think they're not in our favor, there is so much opportunity to make use of the conditions, no matter what they are. It's up to us. It's up to us to look at that current situation, that current condition, and to make the most of it. I said the last excuse was number 5. It was actually number 4. This is number 5. If I could live my life over again. If I could live my life over again, my career wouldn't have stalled. If I could live my life over again, my life would have been better. If I could have lived my life over again, I'd be making more money. Well, let me answer that excuse by saying no. Your life would be the same, because your mentality, your mindset would still be the same. Your mindset wouldn't change unless you change. Number 6, if I had been given a chance. If I had been given a chance, my career wouldn't have stalled. If I'd been given a chance, do you know how successful I would be, Lou? If I'd been given a chance. We, you and me, all of us, we create our own circumstance. We create the opportunities to depend on someone else. To depend on someone else is driving a fast car down that road to failure. If I now had a chance, do you know what I could do with that, Lou? If I now had a chance, do you know what I could do with that, honey? Do you know what I could do if they gave me a chance at work, but they won't give me that chance? Well, my response is always going to be, take that chance. Take that step. And you know what? If they won't give you that chance, if they don't recognize your talent, your ability, your skills, then go somewhere else. Other people have it in for me. At work, when I try to excel, these other folks, they're holding me back. They're stopping me from the promotion I deserve. They're stopping me from making more money. They have it in for me. I'm looking over my shoulder here. I'm looking over my shoulder there. And I know every time I'm looking, there's somebody behind me. They're just pulling me back. Look at yourself, my friend. Look at yourself, because the only one that is holding you back, at the end of the day, the only one holding you back is you. If I were only younger. This is an excuse that I hear quite often here at Over 50 TV. A lot of viewers will contact me. They'll send a comment, send an email even, and say, if I were only younger, Lou, if I were only younger, I'd have that energy and I'd have that drive. But I'm older now, Lou, and I just don't have it anymore. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I can't do it anymore. That's why my career is stalling. That's why my career is not going anywhere. I thought I was in an upward trend when I was younger. Now I see I'm on a downward spiral. Well, you know what? It's going to continue on a downward spiral as long as you keep looking in the rear view mirror. Look forward. Look forward. Know that you've got that experience and that knowledge and those skills. Leverage it. Use it to your advantage. Quit saying it's a disadvantage. I had great opportunities in the past, Lou, but you know what? I just let them go by, and now it's too late. It's too late. It's never too late. It's what I tell people all the time. It's never too late. So you let some opportunities go by. But you know what? There's always more opportunities if you prepare when that opportunity presents itself, you can take advantage of it. But please, when that opportunity does present itself, take advantage of it. My career stalled because I have too much responsibility, too many things at home that I have to take care of. I'm not able to devote my time to my career. So yeah, my career is stalled, but I've took care of my family. I'm taking care of them. Then at the same breath, that person's telling me, I've got to find a way to make more money. I've got to find a way to be able to pay these bills. I can't go on vacation because I don't have the money. I actually had somebody tell me that they had to take off from work a couple months because their dog was injured. And I love animals, but that pet, there's got to be a way to take care of that dog that you don't have to stay home. Many folks will say their responsibilities at home are what are preventing them from having a successful career. And what I say is just an excuse. There's always a way. You can find a way if you just sit down and look at it and you figure out, how can I do both? Because I've got no choice. My career stalled because my boss doesn't appreciate me. And as they're telling me this, whether it's in an email or a phone call or a text or a comment in a video, I can just imagine that their head is down and they're looking at it going, my boss doesn't appreciate me. Oh, woe is me. My boss just doesn't appreciate me. Well, let me say this, my friend. Most bosses, from my experience, don't fully appreciate you because at the end of the day, they're taking care of and thinking about themselves and their own career. So if you're depending on your boss to appreciate you, while it can happen, don't depend on it. Appreciate who you are. If that boss doesn't appreciate you, find another boss. My career stalled because I'm just not outgoing. I'm too shy. I just don't have that personality that some of the more successful people have. That's an excuse that I've heard many times, and so far in this video, I've hesitated to use myself as an example. But I will tell you this, throughout most of my career, at least the first third of it, I was introverted. I was shy. I didn't like talking to people. But what I knew was this: if I was determined to be successful, if I was going to be successful, I had to practice. I had to practice talking to folks. I had to practice. I know this. Maybe you're shy. Maybe you're introverted, but it is something that you can overcome. And certainly, as Warren Buffett says, those folks who develop their communication skills will increase their income by 50%. It's communication skills. It's practicing. It's not letting your personality, it's not letting the fact that you're introverted affect your future. I never got a break. Never got a break in my whole career, and that is why my career has stalled. It's why my career is a failure, Lou. I just never got a break. We never get breaks. They're never given to us. We have to take what we want. We have to pursue what we want. And if we don't do that, if we accept that nobody is going to give us a break, so I might as well just accept it, then you know what? You're going to get what you've always gotten. You've got to pursue it. You got to take it if that's what you really want. I'm not lucky, Lou. That's why I haven't been successful. I see the other folks out there that are successful. They were just lucky. Success doesn't happen by chance. Success happens when you are persistent and you work hard and you are determined. You don't give up. Your career, if you are thinking it happens by luck, a successful career happens by luck, well, then you know what? You're going to wait for a very long time. My career stalled because of the way I grew up. My parents were poor. They couldn't send me to the right school. Didn't have that best education. Went to a community college. So it was inevitable that my career would stall because the folks at my company that are successful, they all went to the best schools. It's all a club, Lou. They had the advantages that I didn't have. And my answer is always, well, it is important. It does help to go to the right school. No question about it. It does help to get that education. But what's more important, the key ingredients to success, the key ingredients to avoiding your career stalling our persistence is hustle. It's working hard, outworking the other folks. It's being determined and never giving up. So if your career stalled, it's quite possible. It's quite possible. As a matter of fact, it's almost 100% sure that your career stalled because you let it stall. The last of the 20 excuses that people over 50 will use to explain why their career stalled. Number 20, the last one, it's X-rated. So if you're sensitive to cursing, if you're sensitive to expletives, I will warn you, it's time to exit this video. Number 20 is this. Lou, my career stalled because they think I am old. They're not telling me that I'm old, Lou, but I can see it. I can tell. In meetings, they ignore me. They don't call on me. I try to offer advice, suggestions, and they just blow me off, Lou. My response is this. If they think you are too old, if they believe you are too old and you know that's what they're thinking, well, fuck them. That's it. Fuck them. Leave that company. Leave that job. It's not going to change. Go to a place where you're respected, you're honored, and you're appreciated. Well, there you go, my friends. I've just given you 20 excuses that people over 50 will use to explain or try to explain why their career has stalled. I've also, besides telling you what those excuses are, as you know, I've also told you my feelings, given you my opinion on those excuses. There are many other ones, I'm sure. These are the ones that I consider the top excuses. At least many of them I've heard myself, as I said in the very beginning of this video. I hope that you're not making one of these excuses. If you find your career is stalling, the best thing I can tell you to do, one of the best things I can tell you to do, is to find someone, talk to someone who can help you, someone who can offer their opinion, who maybe can even offer some form of motivation to you. But don't let your career stall unless that's where you want to be. Again, this is Lou Reyes with Over 50 TV. As I did mention, there is a link to the free Career Fitter Career Aptitude Test in the description box. Don't forget to check that out if you are so inclined. Well, as I always say, have a great day, everybody.